Good morning. Did you hear the news? Land Rover has announced the all-new Defender officially. Let's talk about it. But first, let's see an intro. If you're watching this live, thanks for tuning in. If you're watching this after the fact, please subscribe to Driving Sports TV so you can catch news like this as it happens. In this episode, first I'm going to run through what we know about the new Defender. Then afterwards, I will open it up to discussion, assuming there's no technical issues along the way, which always seems to be. Now let's dig into this new Land Rover Defender, shall we? Land Rover is billing this as the most capable and durable Land Rover ever. And considering the history of the Defender, that is quite a statement. Introduced at the Frankfurt Auto Show earlier today, the new Defender not only is packing what appears to be extreme capability, it also really looks the bit. I mean, that looks amazing. And get ready for an onslaught of options. The 7-seat Defender comes in 4 flavors: Explorer, Adventure, Country, and, of course, Urban. Plus, you can add up to 170 accessory options. On top of that, there will be a Defender 90, which is smaller and will also be available as a commercial model. There are 4 different powertrains: plug-in hybrid, mild hybrid, petrol, and diesel. So basically, there is something for everyone here. In terms of off-road tech, the Defender has brought a gun to a knife fight. It has the Land Rover Terrain Response System, which can be found in other Land Rovers. New to the Defender is a wade mode for fjording rivers, presumably. It can go as deep as 35.5 inches, assuming you don't do some significant aftermarket modifications, which I'm sure will happen. Other details include a max payload of 1,984 pounds, a static roof load of up to 660 pounds, a max towing capacity of more than 8,000 pounds. One of the things I've had issues lately with in the Land Rover vehicles is the really slow response of their infotainment and navigation system. Apparently, it is all new in this Defender, so that is looking promising. They call this new system Pivi Pro, and it allows for over-the-air updates. It's also being touted as being faster and more responsive. So that's the roundup. Let's do a quick, we'll watch a little quick video that gives an interview with the chief designer, Dr. Jerry McGovern, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about this vehicle, shall we? Let's see, where's Jerry? There you are. Let's get this rolling.
Very emotional experience, and it was a great honor to present the new Defenders to the world. It's a great honor to actually represent all the many people that have worked tirelessly to bring this very important vehicle to production, to reality. These vehicles, they are the toughest and most capable Land Rover Defenders ever made. So we have a 3-door. And when you look at it, it has an instantly recognizable silhouette. But that silhouette is very much a modern interpretation of the originals. And its proportion is optimized to achieve a well-balanced design, while also with its short, minimal overhangs and high sill, supreme all-terrain capability. So it's design and engineering together. A lot of very careful consideration has gone into this design to reinforce Defender, the new Defender's unique DNA. When you look at the face, and it's the same for the 90 and the 110, it has a characterful full face. It communicates strength and confidence. Simple, reductive, modern grille, bumpers, and very also simple geometric forms for the front lamps, which are highly technical. Beautifully sculpted fenders that run the whole length of the body, And then when you look at the rear, it's that verticality that's most prominent. And that's been done to minimize this overhang, because that's what capability is all about. At launch, there'll be different versions. We have the first editions, and we also have X Dynamic. And these vehicles on display here, you'll see they're all presented in a satin finish. Now that was the intent right from the beginning, because the satin finish communicates the solidity and the durability of this vehicle. Well, I think the important thing was we recognise the unique history of our brand. We recognise the uniqueness of the Defender, that over time it has acquired iconic status. But at the same time, this vehicle is designed for a new generation. And I think it was important to recognise the heritage but not be harnessed by it. You know, there was no point doing a retrospective facsimile of the original, because it wouldn't be relevant anymore. But I think the car does, and I hope our Land Rover, traditional Land Rover enthusiasts can see it. We have acknowledged the essence of the original Defender, and that comes through, is projected through the honesty of the design.
Okay, well, I think that was pretty good. Let's see here. Let's go back to the studio. I, for one, am really stoked about this vehicle, and one of the main reasons is, let me show you the vehicle that I actually learned to drive in when I was probably about, boy, how old was I? I was pretty young. My grandfather used to tool about in one of these, and he would let me shift for him. Yep, there we go. It's a Series 2A. 1968 Land Rover. He had both a diesel and a gas-powered version. I loved that thing. It was so awesome. Fortunately, we don't have it anymore, but good memories. So I'm really stoked to see what this new Defender is going to be looking like in the real world here once people actually get an opportunity to drive it. Not many people have actually driven this yet. Let's go to, I mean, I don't have much information about the vehicle, but I'm sure there's probably a few comments, other than the fact that I had an echo in my stream, which apologies about that. We did fix that, and in the archive version of this, I'm going to trim off the echoey version at the beginning. I'm going to go through some of the pictures here and just kind of take a look at what we have here. Let's, and if there's any comments, why don't you guys join me and in discussing what we have here, because this is actually, this looks way better than I thought it was going to look. Let's see, let's go to that, go to view, go to slideshow. So first off, the interior. I do know that, let's see, let's go back to the interior here, and we're going to go ahead and pop this up and pop that up. Let's see, we'll go to full screen on that, and we will go to underline on that, and we will turn that off. Yes, check my audio. We'll get that fixed once we we'll get somebody up there once we get a comment about the exterior here. So look at that face. I love the fact that it's a throwback to the original, but it really has a very modern looking face. I mean, this is something that to me is a design that looks like it's at least 5 years in the future, but still looks really rugged. I think that's a really tricky thing to do successfully. But I think they did a really good job. And you can see a little bit of more of an angle there. The large wheels really filling those wells. You can also kind of see there's a little bit of a pattern on the front top deck, almost as if they don't mind if you step on the top of the vehicle there. It's almost like a foothold there for loading stuff on the top, although I'm not really sure how you get up there. I guess you step on the wheel and then you step on the hood. Well, whatever. Next, we got a nice side view. I love that little side locker on the top. It kind of reminds me of a motorcycle side bag. But that was great for external accessibility to stuff that you need, emergency equipment, or, stuff. Let's see what else. Here you can see it with the steelies. These are painted steelies, and you can see more of that textured secondary trim. It looks like it's like a diamond plating design. I'm not sure if that's plastic or some kind of carbon or what, probably like a high impact plastic, I would expect. And that roof rack, which again can hold up to 660 pounds is what the roof of the vehicle is rated for. And they still have those little side windows too, which is really good. If you have a top load, you still get a little bit of side light in, especially if you're taking up your side windows with accessories. That's kind of cool. Of course, yes, this is what most people are hoping to do in their new Defenders, I would expect. This one, they kind of cheat a little bit. You can see they've actually rotated the shot slightly to give it a little bit more of an upturned angle, but that just looks amazing. I like that. Okay, do we have any comments from the gallery? What do you guys think? Is this awesome? Is this what you wanted? Did you want something a little more, I don't know, something different? Leave a comment. Let's talk about it. Let's see. And there we go. So anybody have any thoughts on this vehicle? I think it looks pretty good. It's kind of everything that I wanted. And it's interesting that this comes before the new Bronco. So in a way, they really kind of beat Ford to the punch. I think because this is a market that is becoming very, very hot right now. It's the little rugged off-roaders, but very capable, not just looking the bit, but also having the power to back it up. And I think that's pretty impressive. What do we have here? Anybody have any comments on this stuff? Nothing? Just crickets? Oh, come on. Do you guys like this? Do you hate it? What's going on with this? I'll just sit here until I get a comment. If this is a 40-minute stream, so be it. I'm willing to take that risk. Oh, yeah. I live off of coffee, by the way. It's one of my primary foodstuffs. Oh, come on. Somebody's got to have a comment. Give me a comment here. Anybody, what do you guys think? Is this awesome? Is it not awesome? Is it too little, too late? Are you concerned about, the fact that it's not a British owner anymore? Give me something here. Okay, while I'm waiting for a comment, any idea of the price point? No, but I like the fact that there is, oh yeah, let me get that up here because I have these fancy graphics and stuff. It helps if I hit the right button. Yeah, that should be the right button. Why isn't that? Oh, there we go. No, not that one. Let's do that one. Any idea of the price point? No. But given the wide range of them and how they actually are utility vehicles, especially if you're getting all the way down to the industrial ones, like the commercial vehicles, I'm thinking that probably, I'm just pulling this out of my head, there'll probably be versions starting in the 30s and going all the way up to 80s and 100s. I don't actually know that for a fact, but I think that there might be. Now, the one thing I don't know is whether or not those inexpensive ones will come to America. Because here in America, the Land Rover dealers are definitely a bespoke experience. They aren't like, a Volkswagen dealer. So it is possible they may not import the lesser expensive ones, which I think would be a shame. Hopefully they do, though. That would be, I think, amazing. We do have, let's not put that one up there. We do have another interview that I can play here. Let's see, where is that? I think. Oh, it's the reveal. Let's play the reveal because that's kind of interesting. Let's go to that. And we'll play this with comments, I think. So we'll go to the 4-up mix, and we'll go to, let me put comments on, boom, on top of that. There we go. So if you have any comments, we'll pull this out. So this is the official reveal of the vehicle. It's a 42-degree decline. I love the fact that it has such The departure and approach angles are just amazing. That looks like a oh yeah, there's obviously commercial version. Oh yeah, there. That's cool. Oh, and it has very modern looking repositioning of the desert air intake, which we just had on that TRD Pro that we were driving recently, which is interesting. And back to here. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I'd like to thank everybody for watching. We're going to do more of these things, and we'll get them smoothed out as time goes on. Thanks again for watching. Let's continue the conversation in the comment section below. Again, I'm Ryan Douthit. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next time. And let me find where I can shut the stream off because I have too many screens up in my life. We'll see you later.